Kaboom?
Yes, Rico. Kaboom.
Chico and Just on My Cause to Life 4 is a game where you play as the unemployed friend on a Tuesday, finding himself in the South American island under the control of a sinister organization known as the Black Hand, and probably reducing the entire country into its base state as a fine powder. Sigma male protagonist Rico Rodriguez has shown up to investigate his late father's work on the several Doofenshmirtz this organization has built, as well as, of course, the real reason. You were a buffoon to think this franchise was not covered head to toe in kerosene. Your grappling hook can fire the grappling hook to grapple two things together, like this armored personnel carrier I am using as a wrecking ball. If your caveman brain, like mine, is properly sated by conflagration, understand there is no other game with this density of things exploding during its runtime. The problem is that Just Cause 4 wants you to care about anything else. Right, so you are a goof with a rope, squirrel suit, and unlimited free-use trial parachute, starting off in the mountains, overlooked by a weather control prototype called Project Yappa, and then he dies. Waking up in a pool of nondescript liquid like the best of us, Rico takes a stroll through the bridge town to repair his stuff and is nearly killed again like 4 times. Everyone who takes up residence here has their life expectancy cut down to like housefly levels. Eventually, we run into Jess Evil searching the townspeople, probably due to the domestic terrorism, and Rico shows up again to... Somehow he missed all of that. Now that we've started a violent revolution by accident, the game opens up between 3 regions, each with a weather control device, that being lightning, windy, and of course, sand everywhere. The Black Hand organization faces absolutely zero backlash, local or international, for creating and unleashing uncontrolled F5 tornadoes. Now, in order to take control of these regions, you and the rebels need to push the front line, which is done by decommissioning Black Hand bases yourself and capturing that region by spending as many rebel fun bucks as the number of directions you'll be opposed on. You get these by blowing up red objects to fill up a bar. And that's where the problem starts. This game is a successor to Just Cause 3, shocking I know, which is largely considered a masterpiece in dumb fun garbage. Nothing was mandated to happen to Just Cause 3, however, as I'm sure you're well aware, Swedish people are insane. In Just Cause 3 you had towns and military bases, which to liberate, all you need to do is blow up red stuff. That is it. When you are given a US defense budget and a task with an intelligence threshold so low it allows alligators to understand it, you naturally start creating the most diabolical solutions to the problem.
These babies stick to anything.
And that's where the fun comes from. In Just Cause 2, blowing up red stuff gave you blood money, which was necessary so Tom Sheldon could rip you off, equally important. And in 4, it fills up an arbitrary bar that at a certain point is not required to progress at all. With the advent of Just Cause 4, we now understand that creating explosions is less fun when you don't need to do it. At least that's what my therapist tells me. And the missions in 4? Well, surely if they're replacing the fine art of public and private infrastructure removal, they gotta have some good missions. Defend the terminal as it hacks. Who came up with it? When playing a Just Cause game, you are having fun when you combine your grappling hook with your movement gear to teleport around and blow things up. You are not having fun when they put you in a box and remove all your fun tools. Why does every mission do that here? Additionally, the guns. In 3, you have a loadout of 1 normal long gun that shoots normal people bullets, 1 heavy special weapon, and a set of dual pistols. In 4, you pick up 2 guns and swap between them like the Call on Duty and automatically throw them out when you run dry. I want to think of a reason why they would do this, but every time I try to, I can feel the brain damage increasing marginally more, so I won't. Lastly, and more technical, on controller they swap the zoom button from pressing on the camera stick to the left trigger like the other 2 games. But left trigger already did something in the previous games, that being retracting your tether line. Hold left bumper to place a start tether, release to place an end tether, hold left trigger to pull the 2 ends together, no fuss, no full loss. The retract tether button is now up on the D-pad, which you need to crab claw, and pressing on the camera stick now does... That's the hoverboard button. You don't normally ever get a hover ride, so they messed everything up. Cool. However, while the video game fails to facilitate its systems in creative ways, you know, nerd stuff, it is entirely counterbalanced by being, how should I put this, insurgent. Every mission I have to sit through is a minor setback before I can get back to terrorizing the people of Solis in ways the tornado can't.
Well, the barrel's over here. Don't you do it.
For example, you now have new ways to customize your tether, including having the tether either retract, create a balloon at the start of the tether, or a rocket at the end of it. Or all 3 at once, customized to explode, but we're getting off track here. By helping the rebels, unearthing the ancient history of Yakuza's empire, and assisting in the most insane movie production of all time, about you, filmed on site in a war zone, you can customize attributes about these 3 tethers. So, with boosters maxed out, I can set burnout effect to overclock, direction to lateral and up, burnout time to 2 seconds, acceleration to fast, and orientation to away from other end, all set to trigger automatically on high speed. Now, what does this do? Or for less effort, set the length effect on your retractor to pulse, tether an enemy to the floor, and then grapple yourself onto them and retract at the same time. That is also very funny. Now, funny vehicles, the staple of any Just Cause. I like vehicles. I like vehicles so much I bought more vehicles. I don't know what this one does. I like vehicles so much I taped 40 rocket launchers and a jet engine to my squirrel suit, which is that even a vehicle? We got every form of Lockheed grade aircraft. We got fully operational and functional crane trucks and helicopters. We got tuk-tuks with 180mm cannons. We got rubber duckies you can ride, and while you're riding, grab using the Stormalon. Ah yes, we do. I love the process of locomotion. Everything you want can be acquired using the Rebel drop menu. Any vehicle you have unlocked, any gun you have unlocked, a giant rock, one singular explosive barrel can all be airdropped exactly where you want it. Let me get an Airbus A320 right here. Nice, yeah, that'll, next up I'm thinking, let me get a, oh yeah. We'll sort that out later. Right, so next. I'll have another one. No, I can take this thing off. I just need to slice through this lobby, and I think... Now, with the knowledge that the guns now require you to turn your hands into a pretzel to use your rope, the guns themselves are pretty nice. No complaints. 10 out of 10. Every gun has its own secondary fire or application now, such as underbarrel grenade launchers, underbarrel stun grenade launchers, underbarrel missile launchers, underbarrel launchers which fire grenades that create a small localized thunderstorm at the point of impact, which 9 times out of 10 just kills you. Some guns can fire attack drones, some guns have smart targeting. The rocket launcher can redirect its projectile mid-flight, meaning it isn't a rocket, but don't worry about that. This one just has a big sheet of metal it can put down. I don't know why you do this. I can't move. Just for an example, take the SMG-2, that's how you pronounce that, trust me. The precise and impactful charge shot that rounds out the weaknesses the weapon incurs, with the buttery yet destructive sound design of the primary fire and its lavish 78-round magazines. Oh yeah, and the Stormalon. You get that one with the hoverboard thingy, but we'll get to all that. And lastly, we have the... I think it's a crossbow. Personally, I just wish it didn't whisper things to me, but hey, what are you gonna do? Not to mention all the Easter eggs, like the cow gun, in some bushes on this specific island northeast of the map, there is a... Oh. Yeah, giving me this is a good idea. Close to that, on another island, is the Flying Dutchman. I don't really know why this one was added. I mean, I stumbled into it on complete accident, and if you go in, you get a peg leg hat and an iPad. The day-night cycle in this game is like 4 real-world hours, but if you go into this corner and find the chair, you can begin chiefing that Phantom Blunt to speed up time, which... when did you get... Okay. Good talk. Right, so the actual video game. How you progress is by clearing the rebels away into the main part of the region, which is Rico's job. Next step is devising a plan to get past and disable the weather machines, and to do that we need some sort of vehicle, and to make that vehicle we need to capture some of the region's factories. Rico can handle that. Once we have all of it, we have to move the parts together while the Black Hand attempts to stop us, and that's a job for Rico. Finally, with that vehicle, we just need to drive it into the weather systems, and then someone needs to go on foot to disable the weather machine. Rico is gonna handle that one. You do that 3 separate times in 3 different regions: the sick rainforest, the sick plains, and the desert. Then at the end, you go back to the mountains and have a word with Espinosa. This game does not have a very strong plot, so why should I care about it? Why did they swap out a plot that was originally just, look at this goober, now shoot that thing until it blows up? To the mystery of what your dad was doing in Solis working for Oscar Espinosa. What was he doing? Where was he during January 6th? Yes, the whole dad thing is just to give Rico any motive to be here, given he's deposed like 13 dictators by now, 9 of which were off screen. You just need something to take up the events of the game, but does Rico even need a motive? I don't need a motive. I guarantee you they took this train of thought into the core gameplay design itself, and that's why they replaced exploding infrastructure with missions you have to slog through to get back to exploding infrastructure on your own time. And the characters, like in 3 you got Mario, everyone likes Mario, who doesn't like that guy? Also Dima, who's a little bit racist, but aren't we all? And now we got Mira, remember Mira? Exactly, whatever, I'm over it. Now, this game looks better than Just Cause 3. I've heard people say that even though Just Cause 3 is 9 years old, it still looks better than Just Cause 4. I have to personally kill you. Mind you, I don't have anything against Just Cause 3, it looks nice, I don't disagree with you that much, and I don't even really want to do it, but I have to break your neck. It's just the way it is. I'm just a messenger. Admittedly, the cutscenes are a bit, they look like that, but everything else is real good lighting and so on and so forth. Also, the music is, bussin'. Have you ever heard of Mesoamerican techno? What are they paying the flute guy in? Now, there is a way to play a Just Cause 4 mission and have fun. You do have to pay money. If you are at all interested in buying Just Cause 4, get Danger Rising with it. It is much like a TF2 post-2020 scenario where the first thing you should do is go to the store and buy a funny hat so you can gain the ability to inform your medic you are on fire. Think about it, Just Cause 2, you get a parachute since Just Cause 1 is not real. Then in 3, you get a wingsuit, and in 4, you get nothing? What do we do? First of all, hoverboard, grind rails, stunting, surfacing, water skiing, the water being optional. Second of all, the coast is now dotted with giant CIA nuclear submarines, which you liberate exactly like the bases in 3, meaning you actually need to blow the things up. And yes, Danger Rising's final boss is English Kaito from the last video, as opposed to English Yagami, who is also in this game as Henry, I guess. The Lost Demonios DLC looks like this, and that's pretty cool, I guess, but it doesn't play that well, like at all. I can, however, recommend buying it for no other reason than one of Rico's new voice lines for killing a bug demon glitched, and now he has a rare chance of calling random people disgusting. And that's well worth the Monada. Don't get Daredevils of Destruction, it's just time trials with vehicles. If I remember incorrectly, someone in it states you'll be able to customize your own vehicles. You won't. They lied to me. Your money would be better spent funding the actual South American coup d'etat I started to turn the events of Just Cause 4 into reality, and it has been a financial catastrophe. Please give me your money. Either that, or you could get the DLCs for the last game because you had beef with the helicarrier in that one. Just Cause 4 might not be worth your time, but it is worth your money. It usually doesn't cost any money. This baby's on the PS Plus Classics catalog permanently, and the Gold Edition gets cycled in all the time. This was a commercial flop. They're gonna hand it out like candy on Halloween or valuables on that holiday where I point guns at people that I celebrate. No relation to the coup d'etat. Anyways, Just Cause 4. Get it? Do the dumbest things imaginable, duel Avalanche Studios CEO in an honorable sword fight so we can get a 5th game, and remember to have fun, kiddos.